Best NBA bets for all 4 games in the association coming your way right now. Off the jump, it's our daily sizzler. That's the best bet for today's show, and it's the Clippers minus 1.5 at home over the 76ers. Now, you'll see James Harden's listed as questionable, but that tag is carried over from last game, and it wasn't an injury that kept him out. It was an undisclosed personal situation. All signs point to him playing today. People are very enamored with the 76ers roster, and the public is very heavy on them today. But like my buddy T says, men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. The Clippers have won 8 of their last 10 games straight up, and they've covered the spread in 9 of their last 10 home games. In their last 7 games, the Clippers have a point differential of plus 44. Philadelphia in that same time is bottom 10 in the league with a point differential of minus 11. The Clippers are quietly one of the best home teams in the NBA. They have a net point differential of plus 13.5 per game over their last 10 home games. Now, net point differential means they're scoring 13.5 more points than their opponent per 100 possessions per game. Philadelphia's last 10 games on the road, they have a net point differential of minus 3.2. And the reason we use net point differential when it comes to the Clippers, it's important because they play at such a slow pace, second slowest in the NBA behind the Celtics, that they force a slow tempo game. And when you have teams that play fast versus teams that play slow, the slow-paced team, the half-court offense, almost always controls the tempo. So possessions tend to stay under 100. In fact, the Clippers average 96 possessions a game. It's a different style of game when you play. That's why you use the net point differential with Clippers games. And their advantage with that is very big here. This is also Philadelphia's first road game since January 26th. And they're changing time zones, 3 hours difference. That makes a big difference. And they haven't done well in that situation this season. They've traveled to Northwest Division teams twice and 0-2 against the spread in those games. I like the Clippers, minus 1.5. That's today's daily sizzler. If you want today's best premium play, you can get that. It's called my $5 favorite play of the day. And for just $5, it gets sent right to your phone. Yesterday's $5 favorite was the Knicks, minus 4.5. Congratulations to all who cashed. Now we go. This is an afternoon game, so 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock if you're joining me from the West Coast, so make sure you get this in. It's New Orleans plus 6.5 at Charlotte. The over-under is 231.5. Now, besides the Knicks, maybe no team is hotter right now than the Hornets are. They've won 6 straight games and have a point differential. Their last 7 of plus 83, second best in the NBA in that time. The Pelicans are a bad road team, 5-19 straight up in the road and just 33% on the road against this number today they're getting of plus 6.5. They also have a minus 13 point differential over their last 7 games. Now, we want to back Charlotte here, but 7 points is a lot for the Hornets to win by. And even during their hot streak, it's been tough to come by. They've covered this number of minus 6.5 just one of their last 8 home games and just 35% of the season. So instead, we're backing the Hornets a different way. We're taking Charlotte's team total over 118.5. The Hornets average 116.2 points per game, but they average 120 points a game in their wins. The Pelicans give up 121 a game, but in their losses, they give up 124 per game. So assuming the Hornets win this game, like the line would indicate with the high line, we can assume that the Hornets will score more than they usually do, and the Pelicans will give up more than they usually do. That takes the margin of victory and anything the Pelicans do offensively out of the equation. Our safest play here, Hornets team total over 118.5. And if you're looking for a player prop, I'd consider LaMelo Ball over 19.5 points. Houston minus 6.5 at Indiana. The over-under is 219.5. Kevin Durant's sitting this one out for Houston with a sprained ankle. Houston has a hard time covering big spreads, especially on the road. They're 46% on the road against this number of minus 6.5. The Pacers have covered this number, their end of it, plus 6.5 in 7 of their last 8 home games, and they've won 5 of their last 6 straight up at home, including wins over Miami and Boston. The Rockets also play up and down to the level of competition. Houston just 1-8 their last 9 games against the spread against bottom 10 defenses. I like the Pacers at home with the 6.5, and I like Aaron Nemhard of Indiana over 26.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's over this number in 7 of his last 10 games with a median of 32 per game. From now until the Super Bowl, you can get a year of all sports, all access jungle membership, 1 year for just $170 total. There's a sale, and I'll put the link for it in the comments section. What you get as a member, again, it goes till the end of the Super Bowl, okay? As a member, you get my full betting card. That's all my premium plays that I bet myself, sent to your phone every single morning. You also get access to our members-only Discord and a direct line to me if you let me to opine on any other bet that you're considering placing. It's a great time to become a Jungle member. We've been red hot. We were 4-1 yesterday in the NBA against the spread. Here's the picket card. And we're 14-5 this week in the NBA against the spread. So last game today, we have Minnesota -7.5 at Memphis, over under 229.5. A lot of players listed as questionable. Key players, Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle, Jaren Jackson. My guess is they're going to sit out Randle and Edwards in this one. And I like the spot to back the Grizzlies with the points. Memphis has been tough to blow out this season. They're 62% against this number of +7.5. Now, they just played in Memphis 2 nights ago. I understand that. Minnesota kicked their butt. They beat them by 17, but Anthony Edwards and Randle played in that game. All things also tend to come back to center, not to repeat the exact situation where they flip-flop. As was the story last night when we took the Heat minus the points against the Bulls, who just beat them in Miami the night before by 7. Things tend to happen that way in professional sports. I like the Grizzlies plus the 7.5 at home, and I would consider Cedric Howard of Memphis over 13.5 points. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.